Instant action.
What's going on, everybody? GameStradamus here, giving you a first look at Crysis 2. I swooped up the demo for this a few nights ago, and after playing it for a few hours over the last couple nights just to kind of get used to it, it's a very advanced first-person shooter and very hard to master. But after playing it the last couple of nights, I have to say that it is one of, if not the most exciting and rewarding first-person shooter that I have ever played, and I highly suggest checking it out. And I know that there are a lot of die-hard fanboys of Call of Duty and Halo and that kind of thing, but I wanted to try to just sway you guys to check out this game because I think that it really takes what Halo could and should have been, and Call of Duty, and even Bad Company 2, and puts it together into this ultimate experience. And I really think that it's worth checking out. And I just want to say right off the bat that, you know, it's never good to be a die-hard fanboy of any one game, because all games in the genre that you like bring a certain system or cool play style or whatever to the table, and that should be appreciated for what it is. You know, you shouldn't just blow off games. Like Medal of Honor or Bad Company 2 are fantastic games, and in my opinion, way better in certain regards than Call of Duty. But, you know, a lot of those games were disregarded just because of the Call of Duty hype and all that kind of fanboyism. And I just don't think that that's very healthy, because all great games, unless they're made by Blizzard, will die. And, you know, it's always good to kind of keep up with where the industry's going so that you adapt. Because this is a very advanced first-person shooter, and I feel like a lot of people might not be into it because it's harder to play. Because I feel like Call of Duty and that kind of stuff is a little easier to play and go through with a lot of kill streak support and that kind of thing, little cheap tactics. But this game, I feel, is very hard to master and very, very fun and rewarding to play. So anyway, I just wanted to say that real quick. But let's jump into what this game offers. Right off the bat, the nano exoskeleton suit brings a lot to the table. In my opinion, the exoskeleton suit is kind of the future of where first-person shooters are going to have to go to keep upping the ante and the speed and the playstyle. Because there's only so much you can do in a first-person shooter that's realistic. You know, obviously production value, story, and all that stuff, you know, adds to an amazing experience like, you know, Bad Company 2 and Call of Duty. But in terms of skill and just excitement, I feel like games are going to have to go towards the exoskeleton suit because it just adds so much that you're able to do and keep it kind of believable. So anyway, let's just talk about what the suit can do. Right off the bat, you have energy that runs everything your suit does. And in the bottom right, you'll see that little energy bar. I just exhausted it. And I should totally have power slammed this guy, but I missed him. And the perks in this game add certain abilities, which is pretty cool, which you couldn't really do without kind of a nano suit. But anyway, so the nano suit, you're able to go cloaked for a certain amount of time, like right here. You're also able to activate shields, which makes you very strong, so you can take on like multiple enemies at once. You can also parkour around the entire environment. You can power slide on the ground like 20 or 30 feet, and also jump like 20 or 30 feet in the air. So, you know, there's a lot that you can do with this suit and really just get anywhere on the map at all times. And you're never really safe because could always be a cloaked guy like right around the corner. So that's pretty exciting because you kind of feel like a predator. In terms of guns, there's only 12 guns, at least that I can see in the demo. So, you know, Call of Duty has that beat, and I do like more guns than less. But I feel like, you know, after thinking about it, there really is only so many guns that you actually use. And I feel like this game really just nails those exact like gun types and play styles, and doesn't really, you know, just get ridiculous with it for the sense of just adding stuff in. And like other games, there are attachments, but in this game you can have up to 3 attachments without sacrificing a perk or any kind of ability. So I can have a silencer, a red dot, and, you know, an underbarrel Gauss rifle or hologram or whatever. You know, and not sacrifice anything. So you can have the gun you want and trick it out the way you want without sacrificing playstyle. So I like that. In terms of perks, there are 3 different perk categories: the stealth, the armor, and power, or kind of like your weapons or whatever. And and within those categories, there's about 6 to 8 choices. So right off the bat, there's more choices than Call of Duty has. And like Black Ops, there's level ups to your perks. But in this game, there's actually 2 level ups. So every perk offers you 3 upgrades, and they're pretty significant when you start leveling them up. Like my stealth upgrade, it lets me go in and out of cloak quickly, but at level 3, I actually use like maybe 50% energy to run my cloak, which is a huge playstyle change and bonus. So, with the suit and those perks, it really adds a lot. And there are kill streaks in this game. There's 3, 5, and 7, and as you can imagine, sorry, cell phone. As you can imagine, it is radar, your orbital drop, and then also like this alien gunship, kind of like this helicopter that's pretty devastating if not dealt with. But what's cool is when you kill people, you actually have to collect dog tags from them. If you kind of saw there's like a little light shining up. So it does not reward people for camping, which I really like, because a lot of people do cheap tactics or whatever, just kind of sit back and then kill streak horde. But in this game, you really, the good players are going to be rewarded for being good, because they have to kill and then go collect and risk going out into the battlefield. So I really enjoy that, because it makes the game flow more, and you never know what to expect because people are kind of everywhere, which is pretty exciting. So yeah, I mean, I guess that kind of covers a lot of the play style. See, that guy can jump like 30 feet in the air. It just adds so much to what the game offers. And I know that the single player campaign, I think, has like 6-player co-op, so that's pretty fun. And it has all the stats and all that good stuff. So I think this game has a lot to offer, and I'm pretty excited for when it comes out. So if you're looking for a first-person shooter upgrade and think you have what it takes to kind of up your skill and what you can do, then definitely look no further than Crysis, because in my opinion, I think that this will be the game to beat when it comes out, and I'm sure that the rest of the game will be pretty solid. If you ever played Crysis 1 or know Crytek, they are pretty advanced in software design, so definitely looking forward to this. So anyway, I will be back soon, probably with some more Crysis in the not too distant future. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. There is a lot of meleeing going around in the demo, because people haven't really figured out their suits yet. So don't think that it's just a lot of like cheap tactics like that, because unlike other first-person shooters in this game, when people are advancing on you and you shoot them, it actually halts them. So there's kind of counters to everything that you're able to do. But like I said, you kind of have to be like a predator, because you never know what to expect, and you kind of have to just stalk people. Like here, it's like I spot this guy, and then it's like, oh, do my little power slide, which is awesome, and take him out. So anyway, just something to keep in mind. This demo isn't exclusive to Xbox Live. It might be on PC as well. Unfortunately, it's not on PS3. But if you do have an Xbox or PC, I highly suggest checking it out. Just be patient with it. It is a little hard to get used to if you haven't played Crysis 1 or anything. But stick with it, because it is very rewarding, and I promise you'll have a fun time going through it. Anyway, I'll be back soon, and you guys have a good one. Take care.